Welcome to Tarot Tuesday for the week of May 19th. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Take what resonates. If this reading doesn't speak to you, go check out your other two signs videos for deeper messages. So Leo, we are leaving Taurus season, and as of tomorrow on the 20th, the sun is fully in Gemini. Gemini is having a mild stellium moment because true stelliums happen with inner planets. We do have the sun and Gemini's ruling planet in Mercury. The only other planet is Uranus, and it's going to be there for quite some time. But yeah, there's just this light Gemini stellium moment that we're in. So, oh, do I have this stuff? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Kissies. Anyways, so Leo, for you this week, I'm using a playing card deck that I got in Rome. It does feel like the art is like Naples style. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And let's see what we got going on for Leo. All right, so Leo. Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. So this is a pretty good card. This is, I believe we even talked about this last week, of you're getting all of your ducks in a row for your season, probably just for your summer adventures. And it's somewhat of a budgeting. It's you balancing that coin. That's basically what we're doing. So right now this week, you might just be figuring out how things all are working out for you so you can have a successful, oh, you're gonna become my next stuffed toy. Good job. He's jealous of that platypus. Anyways, yeah, so you're just kind of figuring out your balance and your budget. Yeah, okay. Six of Swords, more balance. And so this is you almost like also mentally preparing yourself for what that budgeting looks like. It could be things like, you know, you just like, you might have to change your mindset about money, about what you need. Like, in what ways can we cut those corners so that we can afford the things that we want? Yeah, like for me, it's been that pushing back as much grocery shopping time as I can is how I'm getting things, because yeah, literally all my money just goes to food, and this guy's food. That's about it. Thank you, Kissies. Look at this, more balance. So you're taking that 4 down to 2, and yeah, you're really just weighing out those options of necessary, not necessary. I can even see you like beyond this whole like budget thing they got stuck in. Like, you could be like Marie Kondoing your house of does it give me joy? Can I let it go? That kind of thing. Because that's one thing, when you are making room for something new in your life, you gotta let go of old things sometimes. It's not saying always like you have to get rid of everything and everyone, but it's just saying that, you know, seasonally, we look at our stuff, we assess, hey, do I need this anymore? Is it broken? Is it worth fixing? That kind of stuff. And yeah, like, you know, if you can put the effort into fixing up stuff that is of quality, yeah, go all in. But yeah, you got to balance, like, do I have the time to give to this object that is still in my house, or should I let it go? That's the thing. Just weigh your pros and cons. That is what you're doing right now. It's just weighing your pros and cons of what is and isn't in your life right now. Because the outcome is the Ace of its batons in this deck, but it is Wands in the traditional tarot. And so Ace of Wands is saying that you're doing all of this practical work. You're doing all this practical work. It could even be like, you know, weighing like what you are, what's in your environment, the places you want to be in. Your mind is having to choose different ways of looking at what is valuable, what is not valuable in your life. And when you clear up this space, you have room for those passions that drive you. So you might be clearing out space for like dining rooms are going obsolete, I think, is a thing. So it's like people are like, do I need this whole dining room table when I have a family of 4? I do not need these extra seats. They're taking up space. Do we even eat at the table? Because 90% of the homes that I go to, people eat on the couch. So yeah, like in like my apartment, it's like, yeah, it was me and Watson. Do I need a dining table? Freaking no. You know what I needed? I needed space to do yoga, body work type things. I needed space to craft, which in that, yeah, I built this whole ass loft to sleep in, but then I got this dog with little legs. So then we had to sleep on the floor. Then that loft, like, kind of didn't have anything in it by the end of it, because yeah, we slept on the ground level. And even the first space that was my favorite painting spot, his little legs didn't like it, so everything just kind of moved to the ground level, which was not a bad thing. It worked for us. But that's the thing, is just, Leo, what are those little things that can make your life easier right now? Like, if you want to, yeah, set up an art spot in your house, you don't need that dining room. Just eject the table, or use the table if you got big old crafts that you like doing. But yeah, just make things as easy for you, because it's your house, it's your living space, it's your life. So you want to, carve out the time. Like, if you want, if you're a gym person, you got to carve out the time that you can go to the place that you're spending a bunch of money on anyways. So Leo, that is what the tarot has for you this week. But I'm going to pull a card from the fairies. All right. And so remember, these fairies like little treats. So if you feel so inclined this week, go out somewhere in nature where you feel like the fairies like to live, and you can leave them a little edible treat, like a fruit or something. Make sure that it is wildlife friendly to wherever you are leaving it. You could leave them some flowers. You can leave them a little trinket, something like a little rock. Also something a bit more natural to leave in the space. So yeah, let's see what the fairies want to give you this week for Leo. Here we are. Let's see. Okay, so your connection with children is part of your life purpose. So you want children, you're considering children, this is a week to, yeah, you're weighing all that stuff in. Anyways, so that's an option. But for other people, if children are not necessarily the thing you want to bring in your life, what is your engagement with them? Because literally, I hang out with elders now. That's part of my job now. And they just talk about how much they love seeing the expression of children. And so if there's any part of that that brings you joy, find a safe way to do that. But also, the children card is your inner child. Your inner child is one of the most valuable children that you are taking care of your whole life. And so connecting to that inner child. One thing that I did yesterday in this exercise was, what brought me joy as a kid? What are traits in others that really inspire me? And most of the people that inspire me are really tapped into something that they've been doing their whole life, like dancing. Or I have a friend that literally picked out her career path like right out of high school, got certified, and boom, is doing that full time. So really, for you, Leo, tap into whatever brought your childhood joy. Do it for yourself, but yeah, it could potentially be what drives you in your career path, because that's another thing. Like I've said before, I really liked I Spy books as a kid, and I'm realizing how much like little detective work has always been a part of whatever career I have chosen, even if it wasn't necessarily like right, in your face. Like when I was landscaping in the desert, I had to investigate, okay, is this plan unhealthy because it's in its wrong environment? Is it getting the proper nutrients, all that kind of stuff? And right now, with people who can't necessarily communicate to me their needs, it's like, did they drink enough water? Like, you know, did they get enough sleep? Things like that. So, Leo, for you, tap into your inner child so that you can tap into how to bring that happiness to that inner child throughout your whole life. That is what I have for you this week, Leo. I hope that helps. I do hope that while this week seems tedious, it does lead you to whatever passions and childhood pursuits you have or want to bring up right now. And I'll see you next week. Bye.